Tellemtribe Tarot, daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace. I am Cherokee with Tellemtribe Tarot, coming to you with a love reading, a general love reading. So this is for anyone who bucks up on this video at this time. The message may or may not be for you. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Drop a comment to say hello to Goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. Turn on post notifications, click like to show love to the video, which in turn shows love to my channel. Share the video to share the wealth, and join the channel membership. You feel me? So let's go ahead and see what the messages are that you may want your person to know. So I'm just picking up on the energies of if the wordings from this deck appeals to you at this time, this may be what you want your person to know. And we'll discuss that further. So let's see. We will be together again. So this is an energy of someone who is missing the person that they would like to be with. You have deep feelings for them, and you are hoping that you hear from them soon. Some of you may be giving them space because you don't want to push them farther away. You may be waiting on them to respond to your energy that you're putting out into the universe, in hopes of the whole absence makes the heart grow fonder deal. And then you just had a really nice connection. You know, you just had a connection with somebody that you felt like gets you, and it's like it didn't work out for whatever reason, and you have this very high hope that you will be together again. And the person may be in a healing stage or need to heal, or maybe that's what they told you. They may very well be doing the same thing that they were doing before you two decided to part ways. However you decided to part ways, they may have told you they needed time to heal. That may have been their way of parting ways with you. Whether that's authentic or not, that's on that individual. This is also a time for you to heal, because whenever you find that you're dwelling on the past, you're disconnected from source, because everything is energy. And when you hold on to an energy for too long or for too much, it's like a stifling energy that you're projecting, and it then pushes what you want farther away because you're holding on too tightly to it. So in the time that you're away from this person, you should be more so focusing on your healing. Whether they told you they were leaving to heal, they needed to heal on their own or not, this is your time to heal. So this could be both of your energies, whether it, you know, what I just explained. So you and I were too young. This is to whomever it resonates with. I feel like this is an excuse. So this doesn't necessarily have to mean you and I were actually too young. It could be that there were excuses given to part from this relationship. I see this as an excuse card, right? Because you're never too young or too old to learn something. Well, don't want to say never. Sometimes you're not mature enough, so that is valid. But in this instance, I feel like it was just an excuse. I knew exactly what I was doing, and you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So I feel like you were telling yourself that you don't want to you don't see yourself with anyone else. So you couldn't understand why this connection had to dissolve in the way that it did. And I feel like a lot of times when you go through these transitions with an individual, it's showing you, it's more so pointing out the things that are going on within you, especially when you are holding on to a situation that is just not good right now. It's not saying it's not going to be good ever. It's just not good right now. And it's just a lesson that has to be learned in detachment, you know, because there is a law of detachment. And that basically states that what you put out is what you receive. And if you allow the natural ebb and flow of life to do just that, you're making space and opportunity for the things that you deserve and need to experience for your purpose to exist. But if you're holding on to things that are not necessarily for you in the moment, you are stopping your growth, and you'll find that you're more anxious and you're afraid of what the future holds, and you don't know how to move forward, or you may be too caught up in the past because the present is not what you want it to be, and that's halting the ebb and flow of life. It's messing with the natural flow of life. So there is a responsibility for you right now to look at your life in this moment and figure out what it is that you genuinely desire on your own, right? So let's see what else is going on with your situation. Again, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Channel messages. I feel like someone is trying to quit smoking. Whatever it is that you're smoking, there's a world of things that can be smoked. Pun intended or not, figuratively, literally, whatever. I feel like someone is trying to quit smoking. And kudos to you for whatever reasonings you're deciding to do that. You may feel as if you want to break a cycle. You're going through your day-to-day and you're feeling as if you are stuck in the hamster wheel, in the rat race, and you want to change the dynamic of how you do things. I feel Taurus, Virgo energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is present. Now, I feel like you also have recently come to a compromise, or you may be compromising your values or compromising your position to stay the same, whereas you're just settling. Like you're settling because you may feel as if you don't deserve, well, you probably do know that you deserve better, but you may feel like this is the best that you can do in a moment. And also commitment, long-term relationship. So a lot of you want this long-term relationship back, and you know that you have to change your situation and your outlook and perspective on your life right now if you want to see any changes in the near future in any aspect, whether it be spiritually, emotionally, financially, or in a healthy relationship. But all in all, you want to commit to somebody. I feel this is an energy of somebody who just wants to find their person. And we were created to be and be involved with each other. You know, that's why everything is energy. Energy intertwines. Energy freely comes and freely goes. Energy flows. And it's like the energy of love is the most powerful energy in our universe, right? So it's just like when you feel love, you just want to share it. And it's like you're at this point right now where you're just looking at the most recent love that you had. And I think Spirit is also saying that may have been a settlement, right? And now you should be looking at the moment where you can show that love to yourself and love on you in ways that you've never loved before, so that you'd be inspired to leave a situation quicker in the future that does not feel like what you want it to feel like with regards to your view of love, right? So you won't allow people to damage your perspective of love by having you settle just because you're feeling lonely. So it's important for you to be good on your own before you even get into a relationship, because it will cause you to settle and agree and compromise on things that you typically would not. So it's quite a mouthful here for this individual, and we haven't even pulled out the tarot cards as yet. I'm gonna pull a couple of more oracles. Maybe this is just meant to be an oracle reading, right? All right, so let's see. Spirit, please provide me with the guided messages. So someone is also this is a very scary card. I feel like you are oh, okay, hear me out. I feel like this is your energy to whomever this is that's watching this. I feel like you may be obsessing over the past. This is an energy of somebody who this is an energy of somebody who is like really doing the most. And energies can be reversed, but again, we're just reading the cards as they lay and apply what you see fit, right? It could be your energy, and it just so happened that you came up on this video and this is just the message for you. If you are stalking somebody, or you are keeping tabs on someone, you got like a GPS tracker in their car, you got like an air tag in their stuff. I don't know how all the unique ways to stalk people, but it's 2024 and there's some unique shit you can do. There's things you can install on people's devices. I see the advertisements on Instagram. There's things that you can do. You can pull up the old school way, pull up and hide in the bushes. If this is your energy, this means that you are not doing enough for yourself on your lonesome to take advantage of the time that you have. When you invest all that energy into someone else, you are lacking in the emotional stability department. You are lacking in the love department, the self-love department, because when you love yourself enough, you would not put yourself in a position to be shunned by someone in the way that you may have been shunned in the connection that you were in the past. And I feel like for some of you, you know, you want this relationship back, and I don't know if this is the right approach, because maybe this person gave you the indication at some point in time that they were into crazy, but you're taking crazy to the next level. Someone also, it's like you get a thrill from just like scaring people.
What?
And this reading is a little scary because this card is scary as hell. But I feel like there's an obsessive energy here. This could be your energy, or this could be your ex's energy. But somebody is definitely obsessing over someone else and will not understand the whole concept of goodbye. Look at the goodbye card. And I feel like this person is constantly saying goodbye, 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 bye, bye. I said I'm done, but you won't let up.
Goodbye.
They wanted a family with you at one point in time, but it just did not work out that way, and they just want to move on, or they may want to spend more time with family. So there's a possibility that this is a situation where you were the side piece, or maybe your side piece is just stalking you and you have a family that you're committed to long term. See how this can work? Like, you have a family that you're committed to long term. And then there's also the energy of somebody who wants a family long term. So you could be on the outside looking in. And then with the settlement, you were settling for being on the side. And because you weren't getting what you wanted out of that connection, you were being borderline psycho. And now you have to let this connection go because it's unhealthy. I'm going to pull one more card for right here. Let's see. What is this? Rejected. Come on, this cannot be any more straightforward than it is. When somebody tells you that they don't want to be with you, believe them, okay? You should never allow a person to tell you more than once that they don't fuck with you like that. And there's too many people in the world to be caught up on somebody that don't want you. And a lot of times when you constantly reach out to a person and they're not responding, that should be more than enough for you to pick up the pieces and keep it moving. Right? When you feel that energy shift of the love is not mutual, you keep it moving because you have so much love to give. And when you feel as if you're taken for granted, you wanted to understand. I feel an energy of someone who just wanted to understand why. Why is it that you saw my heart? Why is it that you saw the way how I wanted to love you and you took it for granted? Why is it that you couldn't just tell me that you weren't interested? Why, you have a lot of questions. So we're going to get you some clarity on this situation, because this person is rejecting you in every way. They're not budging. And they're choosing their family. And then you may feel as if this is a cycle this is not your first time being in a situation like this. So you could have a record where you will have stalking on your record. Very interesting. This is a judgment-free zone, but stalking is not something that you want to do. It can cause emotional stress. It can cause people to lash out in ways that can be, the end of all. You know what I'm saying? You can push people to the limit. And if this is somebody doing this to you, it's emotionally distressing when you constantly rejecting someone and they keep showing up. Like, they keep on showing the hell up. Like, why? All right, Spirit, please provide me with the closing messages and advice for this person. So, the Empress came out. This is also like Queen of Wands energy, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. The Page of Pentacles and the Justice card. So there's going to be some kind of truth that you are not going to like. I feel like there's going to be some kind of peace offering, like some kind of agreement that's going to have to be made. Now, with the Justice card as well, you may get served with something. So if you're not careful, if you don't adhere to what this person is saying, like to leave them alone, or vice versa, if this person doesn't adhere to leave you alone, when you're going to get the law involved, and it's not going to be a pretty situation because it's escalating. But again, this can work either way. But I feel like Spirit is saying that justice will be served in this situation. And if you focus on what you want as an individual, that is going to be the turnaround for you. Focusing on the beautiful things about yourself that you have overlooked. The things that you've put on hold to accommodate a situation that was not good for you in the first place. The things that you ignored. You may have even invested in this person. You may have felt used. So you didn't necessarily have to invest like money per se. It's just like your physical time. Like you gave them your abundance. Like you gave them an abundance of time. And they took that for granted. And it's like Spirit is showing you like you have the energy of the Empress. And everything can grow around you if you just look at the glass as half full. Look at this as an opportunity to grow out of an energy that you typically project, an energy that you typically have due to feeling unloved and unwanted. I feel like this is an energy of someone who feels like maybe they're not enough, and you constantly need reassurance to be, told that you are enough. And this person at some point, they started off giving you that confirmation, and then when they withdrew it, it kind of drove you crazy. Like they led you on. But I feel like justice is going to show its face. But what you have to understand is if you're the one that's doing this, you're going to go to jail. You're going to get locked up. So if you don't focus on the things that is bringing you money and financial reward and the lucrative things in your life, because you're actually good at it, some great things are happening for you. But if you keep focusing on this person, it's going to get you locked up. Focus on work. Yeah, you might feel like you have that same old job that you have to go to, but that same old job is going to keep you out of trouble. I feel like Spirit is saying that you need to ground yourself and focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Libra energy is present as well. Awareness. Key to healing is noticing the patterns and illusions. Pause. So it's so important for you to realize where you have gone wrong in this scenario. You may have been dealt wrong, and that's why you're trying to do payback. You might be trying to like give justice. You know, this could be you retaliating after being done so damn dirty for so long. And you're like, well, you made my life a living hell. Well, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, your turn. But it's not your responsibility to give justice because you were rejected when, you know, after being used. It's not your fault that this person is a shit show. But you are not, it's not your responsibility to be anyone's karma. It's not your responsibility. And the sooner you realize that the universe is going to align things in a way that would work in the favor of the greater good, you will stop doing things that are pulling you down to put you in a position to fuck up your karma. So this is a wake-up call for somebody. I feel like you do have the power to change this around. It's just stop contacting this person. Stop hoping that this person is going to reciprocate what you want. Stop putting tabs on what they should do and with regards to what involves you. If you have children together or a child together, do not create a high stressful environment where it makes it difficult for you to co-parent. Family is important to this person and to you equally. But when you do these things, it puts a strain on the connection of family. Your family could be at odds because of this exchange that's going back and forth. This person may have recently committed to someone else, and that's what triggered you. This person could have broke off your commitment to commit to someone else. Can I get clarification on the commitment card? The 5 of Cups, exactly. So you're mourning the loss of this because you feel like this person rejected you when you even settled for them. So this could be somebody that you typically would not have gotten with in the past, but you let your guards down and you grew to love them for who they were. And they showed you a side of them that was very disappointing after you invested your womb or your sperm or whatever the hell y'all put in together, and wop, that whoop, whoop, wop, wop, boom, you got kids. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that could have happened, but if you're in a situation right now that's unhealthy and you are the antagonist, it's time for you to just withdraw. Even if it didn't start out with you being the person that was starting everything, the drama is only going to bring more drama and you're going to lose in the long run. And the only way you can win in this situation is if you're aware of what your responsibility in the situation is and was, and move on from it. Acknowledge that you did A, B, and C. Acknowledge that you were upset. Acknowledge that you're hurt. Acknowledge that this is the past. Acknowledge that at some point you were in love and you lost and they lost, because if you feel like you genuinely gave your all and someone took that for granted, it's their loss. But they can't see that loss if you're constantly throwing negative energy their way. And they may never see that loss if they don't have that a heart. You know what I'm saying? You cannot make someone feel your pain by instilling pain. It's not the same, because it only makes them want to retaliate or just ignore you or get away from you. You don't want to be that person. You want to be a person that's full of love, light, and prosperity and good vibes, and just project the things that you want to receive so that you can receive it from the right person when that time comes. So I feel like all in all, your guides want you to focus on your healing. Healing meaning focusing on loving yourself, focusing on removing anything from your life that does not coincide with who you are and who you were before this connection occurred. Whether this was something that happened as an affair or whatever the case it is. Fact of the matter is, it's not happening anymore, and you shouldn't be a menace because of that, regardless of to what was done to you. I know it sounds fucked up to say that, but at the end of the day gonna end. In the words of Gloria, hallelujah. No, but for real though, I have faith in you that you can definitely overcome this, okay? If you want to book a personal reading, the link is in the description. Love and light, tribe.
Don't forget to love her back before you lose another one. I need affection like a lazy sugar baby. Need confections, lubricant. beginnings with the feelings are the dopest. My confessions are too fluid, but I knew it, he too stupid.